touching it anyway, so you still got extra germs there.
We all go to the sink to wash our hands because our hands are dirty.
Yeah. So dirty touching dirty
So,
doesn't matter. It's
right.
after you're done. You don't want to retouch
But
dirty.
then what do you do with the faucet? Shouldn't you clean
So,
those?
what times of the day?
No more
should you-
steps. No more steps. That's true.
This-
That's true.
That's a good part of this discussion. So what times of the day should you clean your sink and the faucet and the whole thing?
When you're bleaching it out anyway, between diaper and food.
Between diaper and food? Okay, so the best way to think about this is if I had bought my Powerball ticket and hit the lottery and was building you guys a brand new childcare center, every single one of your rooms would have 2 sinks. One for your diapering and toileting purposes, and one for every single other hand wash throughout the day. And if that was the case, you could clean those sinks once a day, or if they looked or smelled or got dirty or something got dropped on them, something like that. So if you're separating those purposes, then you can clean them once a day.
In this room, you can.
If you're combining purposes, because I did not buy my Powerball ticket and I can't build you guys a new place, and you only have 1 sink in your room, then you clean it between purposes. So the idea is to keep those poop germs separate from all of our other germs, because they are the worst and more likely to cause illness and serious complications from illness. So after diaper changes or toileting, if everybody's going all in a row and nothing else, no other hand washes are going to be going on at that time, you can clean it after the last one. But if it's just 1 diaper change or 1 child going to the bathroom, and the next hand wash might be because we blew our nose or we're about to use Play-Doh or something like that, then you want to clean it after that one. That way it is cleaned, disinfected, and ready for the next person to come up and use it. Trying to keep those bathroom germs separate. Does that make sense? Does that answer that question? So when we're talking about cleaning the sink, what I mean is a 3-step cleaning process. Soapy water, wipe it down, rinse water, wipe it down, and then the bleach. Bleach always has to sit for 2 minutes minimum. If you're not going to use that again, you can leave it to air dry. So if you're going outside or it's nap time or end of the day, leave it to air dry. Does that make sense? Any more questions about sinks? Did I answer your question? Or do you feel comfortable with that now? Or, okay.
Best we could do unless we had those kind of
Hands free.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I've been in some programs that have those and they're nothing but a frustration. Some days it'll just be going for 20 minutes and you can't turn it off, or you do the hokey pokey and you can't get it to come on, and they're a mess too. So there's issues either way. Next big concern, both with STARS rating and with just general health and cleanliness, is diapering. And I know some of you don't work with infants and toddlers, maybe you work with older children, but I think it's really important for everyone to be comfortable with the diapering procedure. Not only, might there be a case that everybody's out sick and you get pulled in to do something that you're not used to doing, but I've gotten several calls from people who have older children with special needs that still require diapering even on into school age. So it's something good to be familiar with. I will pass out diapering steps. I want you guys to kind of follow along. Okay. So we're going to use our imaginations just a little bit. This is going to be my changing table. This is going to be my storage area, shelf, cubbies, whatever I have, wherever all my supplies are. These are going to be my make-believe wipes because they don't dry out and they're cheap, because I just wipe plastic butts with them and throw them away, so the health department says that's too expensive to buy regular wipes. And let's see, I'll use that trash can over there, and then when I'm cleaning my surface, this spray bottle is going to serve as all 3 of my solutions, so we'll use our imaginations and change it from soap to water to bleach.
If you want to grab ours, you can.
No. Empty. No, I don't want to use your supplies.
Okay.
So, if you're looking at your diaper change poster, step number 1 is to wash your hands. crazy, climbing the walls, hitting somebody, throwing something.
And you would not only be singing to yourself, you'd be singing and dancing to entertain all the other children.
So that is a good use for having a hand washing song that you sing all the time, because you can look around the room, make eye contact while you're washing your hands, and hopefully keep some semblance of control over what's going on. Now, I'm not going to promise you that will always work, but sometimes. So my next step is to get my supplies. So that means everything that I'm going to need for the diaper change procedure, because I don't want to have to touch any of this stuff with dirty hands and contaminate it all. So I'm going to get my wipes out of the container without ever putting the container of wipes on the changing surface. So I know I need a minimum of 3 wipes. That gives me 1 for their bottom, 1 for my hands, and 1 for their hands. Now if I suspect that their bottom might need more than 1 wipe, I need to start out with more than 3. It's always a good bet to get 2. Of course, if you can smell it walking up to them, you're going to need quite a few more.
If we have a diaper changing table that has a separate compartment